Tonight this street looks like yours. Power gone, alarms dead. One scream too far away to help. Glass breaking closer than you want to admit. In cities that lose control, 1 in 3 homes on a block like this gets hit before midnight. Not random, not unlucky. Selected. Because in the first 60 minutes after the lights die, organized crews can map an entire neighborhood. Who has backup power? Who's panicking on the porch? Who's arguing in the driveway? Who's flexing online? Who's pretending nothing changed? Some doors are ghosts. Dark, dull, quiet. Not worth the risk. Some doors glow. Some doors leak sound and confidence and information. Those doors are marked in seconds. A phone light at the wrong window. A generator roaring like a victory lap. A shout about having plenty of supplies. A casual post that pinned your location months ago. You think no one's paying attention. You think your good life is neutral. It is not. It's a signal. Right now your habits are advertising you. Your lights. Your noise. Your posts. Your pride. You believe that being prepared makes you safe. You believe that looking strong makes you untouchable. I'm telling you that is exactly how you volunteer. This isn't a movie riot. This is the first 6 hours, when fear is fresh, police are thin, and predators are hunting for the loud, the lit, the loaded, the bragging. If collapse hit at sunset, would your door, your gear, your people still be yours by midnight? Let's find out. Here's how it really works. When the grid goes down for real, it isn't dramatic at first. It's quiet confusion. Streetlights blink out. Traffic locks. Your phone loads nothing but rumors. Sirens start strong, then thin out, then fade. You tell yourself it's temporary. The people hunting you hope you believe that. The first 6 hours are the harvest window. The disciplined ones move then. No costumes, no chaos. They drive slow, walk slower. They watch. Gas stations, who's hoarding fuel. Balconies, who still has light. Glowing windows, who's running backup power. Parking lots, who's loading cases, boxes, coolers in a rush. Sidewalks, who's screaming at who's already frayed. You are profiled in seconds. Calm, dark, controlled houses look poor or prepared. Either way, too much uncertainty. They get skipped. Loud houses, bright houses, doors opening and closing. People broadcasting anger, panic, confidence. Those get a mental pin. First to be tested, first to be stripped. This is not about fantasy firefights. Not about you playing action hero on your driveway. This is a tactical autopsy before the body hits the floor. 5 mistakes that label you as low risk, high reward. Easy to read, easy to hit. Understand this clearly. If you make any of these 5 mistakes on a real night, you may not see sunrise with what you started the dark with. Gear gone, security gone, maybe people gone. We're going to count them down from 5 to 1. Each one closer to your front door, closer to your head. You will recognize yourself. Fix it now while the lights are still on. Start with this picture in your head. A dead street. No hum, no glow, just a row of blacked out windows and one bright living room, pouring light straight onto the pavement. TV blaring. Generator roaring. Silhouettes moving like it's any other night. Now answer honestly. Which house do they visit first? Mistake number 5 is simple. You glow like a beacon. You broadcast that while everyone else slipped into the dark. You stayed comfortable, stable, powered. That light is not neutral. It is a flag. We have fuel. We have batteries. We have food. We have something worth taking. Predators don't have to guess. Light discipline is your first line of camouflage, and most people fail it instantly. Uncovered windows, curtains thin enough to bleed white rectangles onto the street. Porch lights left on out of habit. Bright LED lanterns marching past the glass like spotlights in a store display. From the road, that single glow says more than any words. We stocked up. We planned ahead. We're different. Different is dangerous. Then there's sound. You think nobody can hear your world. But in a silent block, noise travels like a confession. A loud TV, music to ease the mood. Dogs barking non-stop. A generator rattling metal on concrete with no baffle, no barrier. Raised voices arguing about fuel, supplies, guns. Every sound tells a story. Not just that you're home, that you're careless, that you're still acting like it's normal. Worse, you run a live inventory for anyone passing by. Garage half open, shelves visible. Trunk popped with cases, water, propane. Door swinging wide every few minutes, letting strangers count heads, assess who looks strong, who looks weak. Flashlight slicing the night in wide, frantic beams, drawing lines straight back to your lock, your hinges, your blind spots. Understand how the hunters see you. They are not looking for a duel. They want efficient hits. Low risk, high reward. A dark, boring house might be empty, might be armed, might be nothing. Uncertainty is work. But your beacon house announces, problem solved here, power solved, comfort solved, supplies solved. If you were smart enough to prep and careless enough to show it, that is gold. You tell yourself that broadcasting strength scares people off, that if they see your lights, hear your generator, glimpse your hardware, they'll move on. That might work on one scared teenager. It does not work on a hungry crew that already accepted their kicking in someone's door tonight. Play this out. Power dies at dusk. You fire up your bright, loud generator. TV on. Lights full, house glowing. Neighbors stay dark. They watch. Within 30 minutes, shapes move closer. A knock. Just checking on you. Everything okay? Casual eyes scanning your cables, your side yard, your blinds. They clock your face, your hands, your locks. Then they're gone. They come back with others who aren't pretending to be friendly. Your fix starts with humility. Go dim. Blackout curtains or heavy covers. Keep light low and deep inside, never splashing onto the street. Use just enough to function, not enough to flaunt. Muffle everything. Move the generator behind structure. Build a barrier. Run it fewer hours. Treat every shout, slam, and bass note like it cost you something. Kill the showcase. Don't stand framed in the window. Don't stage your gear where anyone can count it. If they can see you're comfortable while they're desperate, they will test you. Mistake number 5 paints the target. Mistake number 4 tells them exactly when to hit it. Looters don't need hours. They need a pattern. Mistake number 5 lit you up. Mistake number 4 tells them exactly how to use you. You keep moving like it's still a normal Tuesday. Same habits, same timing, same paths. You think routine is comforting. Out here, routine is a blueprint. Watch yourself from their side. Every night at 9 sharp you step out with buckets. Porch light on, door open, that same silhouette in the same spot. You hit the same outdoor spigot. You stand the same amount of time. You just told anyone watching when your front door is unlocked, when your attention is outside, and how long they have if they want to slip somewhere you're not looking. You walk the same route to the car. Keys in the same hand, same jingle. You cut across that one corner of the yard, stand the same way at the trunk, lift the same hatch. 1 trip, 2 trips, 3 trips, all along the same path. If they want to intercept you, they don't guess. They schedule you. Even your comfort gives you away. Same smoke every night, same time. Same smell of real food pushed into hungry air. That is a clock. It tells them when you're distracted, when you're focused on a stove instead of a door, when your people are gathered and your weapons are not. In a dead neighborhood, smell and smoke travel, and they stick. Now drop 2 quiet men into a parked car with the engine off, 50 yards from your glowing kingdom. Give them 90 minutes. That's all. They see how many bodies live inside. They see who steps out, who never does. They see who is armed or trying to look armed. They see the one who limps, the one who yells, the one everyone listens to. They learn your exits, your timing, your blind corner where the porch light doesn't reach. You gave them full recon as a free show. This is how predators think. They don't want a fair fight. They want the minute your guard drops, your hands are full, your loud defender walks away, your door is cracked, your back is turned. Predictability makes it safe for them. When you cling to old world schedules in a broken world night, you are announcing, I don't understand, the rules have changed. You fix this by breaking your own script. Stagger movements, shift times, vary which door you use. Don't water, smoke, carry, or cook on a timetable a stranger could set their watch by. Batch your outside tasks into short, deliberate windows. Fewer trips, less wandering, almost nothing after dark unless it matters. Conceal the pieces you can't avoid. Use shadow instead of spotlight. Covered entryways instead of open porches. Low voices, short conversations. Signals instead of shouting names into the dark. Make anyone watching work for every scrap of data until it's not worth what you're hiding. Now they know you shine. Now they think they know when you move. But there's another layer you've been feeding them for months without even realizing. Mistake number 3 is everything you already told them, long before the power ever died. You weren't just looted tonight. You were looted last month when you posted that haul. Mistake number 3 started long before the sirens died. It started when you decided preparedness was a personality. Flexing online, filming pantry tours like trophies, slow panning across shelves of cans, stacked rice, color-coded bins, generator unboxings with brand names in frame, ammo pics. Look at my blackout kit shorts. Hashtags, a casual glimpse of your street through the window, your truck in the driveway, your kid's school sticker on the bumper. Location tagged, account public. You thought it was community. It was confession. Then there's your mouth, telling coworkers you're stacked, laughing with gym buddies about how you'll be fine if things go bad, telling neighbors, if it all shuts down, you know where to come. You said it as a joke. They didn't all take it as a joke. People file away that information. You became a mental waypoint, a backup plan for people who don't have one. Even offline, you're broadcasting, dragging in bulk groceries in plain sight, cases of water, fuel cans lined up like a display, boxes of freeze-dried meals on your porch for hours. You're not evil for stocking up, but you're careless for doing it like you're running an ad. Here's the part you don't want to hear. Desperate people have memories. The quiet neighbor who side-eyed your flags, the cousin of a guy you work with, the bored kid upstairs who doom scrolls and recognizes your staircase from your videos. When the grid goes dark for real, their fear hits harder than their morals. They remember exactly who said, "We're ready. We're set. We'll be good." Now picture this. A car idles 2 blocks away, lights off. Inside, a looting crew that is not guessing. One of them scrolls through saved screenshots. Your pantry picture, your generator clip, your smug joke about come join the compound when it pops off. They spin the phone around, match that balcony rail, that fence line, that truck. They don't need to knock doors and hope. You gave them coordinates. You believed preparedness meant performance. You turned survival into content. You made your security a story other people could binge. And when security becomes a story, someone will always want to write their own ending to it. Most looters are opportunists. Some are your own people, cracked under pressure. A few are organized enough to plan. All of them prefer the path of least resistance. The self-doxed prepper. The one who raised their hand and said, "I have stuff. I am different. Look at me." This is where you start fixing it. Go gray. No more flex posts. No more proud wide shots of shelves anyone can trace. If you share knowledge, strip it of location, dates, anything that ties back to your door. Shut your mouth in the real world. When the topic comes up, underplay it. Shrug. We keep a little extra, same as anyone. Blend in with we're all trying to figure it out. Not, I'm 10 steps ahead. You are not the main character. You do not want to be the main character. Control your circle. Not everybody needs the exact count of your cans or the layout of your garage. Not everyone needs to know where the backup stash is. If you can, split storage between spots. So even if one cache gets burned, it's not game over. Information is currency. In collapse, it's also a weapon. Every brag, every clip, every offhand comment is a chip you slid into someone else's pocket. Tonight, they're cashing it. You lit yourself up. You ran on schedule. You advertised your stock. But there is still one line left between you and the people outside. One boundary that either holds or collapses the moment fear looks you in the eyes. Mistake number 2 is what happens when you open your door to the wrong knock. Not every knock is a threat, but you only need to be wrong once. Mistake number 2 is how good people get destroyed. You collapse your perimeter not because you're stupid, but because you're human. Because you feel guilty having more. Because you like being the capable one. Because in the chaos it feels good to be a savior, a leader, the house with answers. Predators know this. They don't always come with masks and bats. They come with stories. It starts with emotional bait. "We're just neighbors. Can we charge a phone? My kids are hungry. We saw your lights, thought maybe you had a little to spare." Sometimes it's real, sometimes it's reconnaissance. Either way, the more desperate the world feels, the deeper those words hook into your conscience. You crack the door a little wider, step outside a little farther, let strangers a little closer to the truth. Then you turn your own doorstep into a market, trading at your door. You drag out food, batteries, fuel, medicine to show you're fair, reasonable, generous. You stack it where they can see it. You let people stand on your porch and casually inventory your life. The shelves behind you, the cases by the wall, the lock you forgot to latch. They walk away knowing you have resources, you don't hide them well, and you're willing to open that door. And then there's the one you invite in. The helpful guy who offers to watch the street. The friend of a friend who appears right when things go sideways. The one who asks a few too many questions about your generator, your water, your guns. You tell yourself you're building community, to building a watch, building trust. Maybe you are. Or maybe you just gave a guided tour to the advance man. Here's how it plays out. A small group shows up early, polite, eyes soft, voices low. We heard you might have extra. They watch your hands when you reach for a jug, how far you go to get it, how the door swings, how it closes, how it locks. Their gaze weighs your shelves, your keys, your people. They thank you and leave. An hour later, a different group arrives, louder, more certain. They're not guessing. They know what's inside. Your information got sold for safety, for status, for a slice of your gear. Sometimes by strangers, sometimes by someone you thought was on your side. You want to believe in neighbors. You want to believe you're not alone. You don't want to be the selfish one shutting people out. That's decent. But fear mutates people. Hungry dads rationalize bad decisions. Scared moms remember your pantry. Young guys hungry for respect remember the house that opened up. Predators right on the back of that. So no, the answer is not trust no one ever. The answer is controlled trust. Hard, calm boundaries. If someone comes, you meet them outside. Door closed behind you. Light low. Your body between them and your interior. Show almost nothing. If you help, decentralize it. A small bag, not a lineup of boxes. Away from your main cache. No tours, no performances. Quick, quiet with as few eyes as possible. While they talk, you're not performing. You're observing. Who's scanning instead of connecting? Who keeps looking past you at the hinges, the windows? Who asks, how many of you are here? How long can you last? Need is loud. Intent is precise. Here's the brutal part. It's not about never helping. It's about knowing that once your house is the resource, you don't control where that story goes. In a stable world, reputation is status. In a collapsing one, reputation is a shopping list. Your safety lives or dies at the doorway where guilt and ego push you to overextend, overexpose, overtrust. Every soft choice there echoes. Lights, patterns, posts, and people. All external. But the thing that really gets you looted before midnight isn't just out there. Mistake number one lives in your head. The most dangerous resource you have is not your food. It's your ego. Mistake number one isn't a flashlight or a schedule or a post or a door. It's the thing behind all of them. That pull in your chest that says, I'm not like them, I'm ready, I'm tougher, I'm not scared. It feels like strength. It feels like identity. In a collapsing world, it's a death wish. Every other mistake we've walked through is just this one wearing different masks. It starts with the defiance show. Power's out, tension thick, and you plant yourself outside. Arms crossed, shoulders wide. Maybe a pistol on your hip, a rifle slung just visible enough. You stare down the street like you own it. You think, let them see. Let them know this house is not soft. For a few shaky neighbors, sure, that plays. But the people you should be worried about don't see a warning sign. They see a challenge. They see confirmation you've got hardware, which usually means you've got hardware money, which usually means you've got other things worth taking. Then you feed it with the hero fantasy, talking loud about how you're ready for looters, how you won't call 911 because you are 911, how this is why I prep and I wish they would. You say it for your friends, your family, your own nerves, but volume is data. Anyone listening just learned that inside that house is a person who believes they're the final boss. Final bosses attract players. You fall for the control illusion. You buy gear so you think you're untouchable. One gun by the door. One camera over the porch. One big dog who barks at everything. It feels like control. But a motivated crew watching you for an hour will see everything. Where your camera points, how your dog's chained, how you handle your weapon, where you pace, how you brag. You made yourself predictable. Predictable is beatable. Picture two houses. House A is dark. Still. Curtains drawn. No sound, no silhouette. No pattern you can lock onto. House B is lit up. Generator humming. A guy pacing the porch with a rifle in full view. Voices raised. No one's taking our stuff, I swear to God. Ask yourself honestly, if you're a looter with 3 friends and nothing to lose, which house tells you exactly what you're up against and exactly where the prize is? House A is a question mark. House B is a math problem, and math problems get solved. Here's the paradox you have to swallow. That urge to project strength in public comes from fear, from insecurity, from the need to convince yourself you're in control. Real security does not need an audience. Real security in collapse looks boring, unremarkable, forgettable. Apex predators in the wild don't stand in an open field roaring all night from the same spot. They move quiet. They blend. They strike only when they must, and then they vanish. So what does the fix look like? Embrace invisibility. Your best defense is to never be nominated as a target in the first place. No peacocking, no porch theatrics, no chest-thumping speeches in the driveway about what you'll do to whoever. You think that's deterrence. It's advertisement. Control your posture. Move calm. No frantic rushing in and out. No obvious panic. No loud threats. To the outside eye, you should look like everyone else. Affected, tired, conserving, not thriving. Aware but not aggressive. You want them unsure if you're worth the trouble, unsure if you've got anything special at all. Keep strength private, humility public. Layer your defenses, locks, angles, cover, plans, real capability, but hide them in plain sight. If someone scans your place, they should see nothing obvious to steal, nothing dramatic to conquer, nothing screaming, "This is the boss" level. Just another door in a line of doors, because here is the core lesson most people learn too late. You don't survive by winning confrontations. You survive by not being chosen for them. The brightest house gets chosen. The loudest mouth gets chosen. The proudest posture gets chosen. All those earlier mistakes, lights, routines, oversharing, opening the door, flow from this one craving to be seen as prepared, as strong, as above the chaos. Kill that craving. Let everyone else chase dominance, chase validation, chase that feeling of being the main character in the disaster movie. You're playing a colder game, a smarter game. You live longer by disappearing from their list. So if survival isn't dominance, what is it? It's something quieter, colder, smarter. It's learning to win by never stepping into the spotlight they're aiming at. Let's end there. Look at the street now. The noise is gone. The bright mouths, the open garages, the houses that had to be seen. They're dark for a different reason. Windows broken. Doors hanging. That bold glow you thought was protection turned into invitation. Cashed in before midnight. And next to them, almost invisible, are the quiet ones. No busted frames. No shattered glass. The homes that never auditioned for the role of target. You want to keep what's yours past midnight? Stop trying to be noticed. You've just seen how easy it is to nominate yourself. A little extra light when everyone else is dark. A neat routine anyone can time. A brag, a hint, a promise at the door. A need to stand taller than the crowd. It all feels normal, harmless, human. But to people hunting for a sure thing, those are arrows pointing straight at you. Here's the truth. Stripped down. Predators go where reward is obvious and resistance is predictable. They want light without mystery, confidence without discipline, houses that tell their story from the sidewalk. Your job is to remove yourself from that equation, to become the option they don't even pencil in. Preparedness isn't about proving you're stronger than everyone else. It's about mattering less to the people who want to take from everyone else. Survival as subtraction, not performance. Less signal, less noise, less ego. In a collapsing night, the safest house is the one no one remembers when they are hungry, angry, or armed. So ask yourself quietly, which part of you needs the world to know you're ready? Which part wants to flex, to teach a lesson, to be the exception? Kill that part now. Replace it with discipline, with silence, with self-control. If things go bad tonight, don't be the brightest house. Don't be the loudest voice. Don't be the boldest threat on the block. Be the one that disappears into the dark. The one they walk past. The one that's still locked, still stocked, and still calm when the sun finally comes back. These 5 mistakes get you looted before midnight. Fix them before the clock starts.